Good morning. I've just done this quick video today about my two-strand twist. I'm asked a lot of questions about my two-strand twist. Does your hair grow when you have your twists in? How to maintain them? Can you cut your hair? Can you wash your hair? So this video is just going through the benefits and a little bit of the routine that I do to keep my twist intact. I'm going to follow up this video with another video of me actually doing my twists and the products that I use. I'm really excited about that one. Firstly, I keep my twists in for around 2 weeks before retwisting them. Basically, it's 2 pieces of hair from the root to the tip, twisted around each other, and then the interlock at the end. That's because of my hair type. And because I'm mixed heritage, obviously I have mixed hair, which means that me personally, I only wash it every 2 weeks, and this is so it doesn't strip, because it's quite coarse and dry, so it doesn't strip any oils or moisture that I've accumulated naturally in my hair. So that's why I only wash it every 2 weeks, which is great for me. Because that's when I redo my twists. So that's my little hair routine there. I co-wash in between the 2 weeks whenever I've been gym or I feel it's a bit sweaty, a bit icky, a bit itchy. I co-wash with a co-wash conditioner. So you wash it as if it's a shampoo, but it's actually a cleanser, and you can do your roots and do your ends and then rinse it through, and it's just it cleanses your hair, it freshens it, but it doesn't strip out all of the oils. It's more of a cleanser and it nourishes the hair. When I dry my hair, you'll find sometimes when you have your two-strand twists in and you wash it and it's wet, it goes and it shrivels up, and that's not the look I want. So when I dry it, I tend to take sections, put it on quite a high heat and dry it, putting tension on it, stretching it down. So when you finish your drying process, your hair tends to sit a lot longer than it would if you just let it dry naturally and shrink up. And that's the look I try to achieve. So when I dry it, I put a bit of tension on it. You can also, before you go to bed, just put it into 2 bigger twists or 2 plaits at the side after the drying process, just to give it a bit of stretch, so when you undo them in the morning you do have that little bit of length, because that's the point of it. For me, that's the point of the two-strand twist, is to encourage growth. So every time you redo your twists, you're pulling it tight slightly at the roots, and it's encouraging the hair to grow through because of the tension and the weight. So that's how it does encourage growth when you have your two-strand twisting. Also, your hair can breathe because it's not up in a pony all the time, as it would be if I didn't have my twisting, because my hair's just like poof, so I'd scrape it into a pony and it can't breathe. But with your twisting, it can breathe, so it gives it more movement, it can breathe, and it can just grow a lot nicer. What you might find that when you do come to taking your twists out is you'll run your finger from the top to the bottom, and it can sometimes lock at the bottom, and I tend to just go and drag it out, which is really not good because that causes breakage. You need to be teasing it out just nicely. If you have to use a little bit of oil to untwist it at the bottom, that's fine, because your bottoms do tend to lock, especially if it's been wet as well. So if you just tease them out nicely, you'll get a lot less breakage. But if you do get a bit of breakage, if you just go right to the end, I trim them every 6 weeks. If you can see here, it's quite sparse. I wouldn't take all of that off, I'd just take the ends off, because what you'll find is if you carry on breaking your ends by dragging your little knots out, they'll just travel further and further up the hair shaft, and you'll end up with half your hair being split ends, and that's not what you want, especially when you're trying to encourage it to grow and be a lot healthier and nicer. So you really need to look after those ends. Sometimes you can rub a little bit of a mask or an oil on them just to soak it up, but I do definitely encourage you to either take them out and go and get it trimmed at the salon, or if not, just take those little bits of breakage off, because it really will be beneficial to your hair. With your twisting, you can also style it. I tend to wear it down a lot because I'm just like, oh god, I can wear my hair down after all this time, but you can twist it up at the sides, You can wear it some up, some down, you can have a bit of sidage there, you can wear it all up, you can really play around and make some that you can put a bow in your hair, you can just make some really nice styles. I've got layers in mine, so the top is quite shorter, so it gives it a bit of va-va-voom, and that's the look I'm trying to create. It's really good having your twisting because you can just mess around with it and give it a nice zhuzh. And it does encourage hair growth, like I said, because you're stimulating your hair every 2 weeks when you're messing with your hair, twisting them out, using your lotions and potions, which I will show you a video on. It's probably going to be next week now. I actually use the Cantu range, which I absolutely love because it has the shampoo, your co-wash, your leave-in conditioner, your mask, and it just gives your hair a really lovely feel. Whenever my hair's feeling a bit dry and brittle, I can infuse my hair with these products, which I will go into. The last thing about my twists, whenever I want to go on a night out and they're ready to come out and I'm like, oh god, I've got a bit of rootage going on here, twist out. Each twist, just untwist them and it doubles into 2, and that's your twist out. You can shake it, it'll be double this size and it'll be like so that's another really good benefit of having your twists in, because if ever you need to go to an occasion or it's just before a night out and you're like, oh my god, I've got to retwist my hair, just twist that shit out, untwist them, and you can have it like va-va-voom. I did it a couple I think it was back in the beginning of December for an 80s night, and it looked amazing. So it can be done. So yeah, those are the benefits of my twists. Every 2 weeks you can wash it, you can co-wash it, you can dry it. It does stretch your hair, it does encourage hair growth. You can trim your ends while they're in, you can style it, and your hair can also breathe. My little girl, I've encouraged her to start having her twists in. She didn't like it at first because they were quite short, but as time's gone on, they have grown longer. I'm actually going to do a video with my daughter and show you how her hair journey is going, and it's going really, really well. Thank you for watching.